Hello BookTube! I'm here to make a little bit of a different video inspired by a conversation I had recently with a friend, and we were talking about books that frankly just scare me. For whatever reason, I'm just intimidated or hesitant to pick them up. These are books that I want to read. They're on my TBR. I own physical copies of all of them, but for whatever reason, I just shy away from picking them up. I have 5 books and I think I have a pretty good cross section. Every book I have a different reason for not wanting to pick it up. So I think it could be an interesting conversation starter. And if you have books like this that intimidate you or scare you for whatever reason that you do want to read, please let me know in the comments or make your own video. I think it could be really fun to see if everyone else has reads like this, or maybe you don't have any reads like this and I'm alone in this. So yeah, I'll just dive right into it, with the first one, which I think is the most obvious one for sure. And that's The Priory of the Orange Tree by Samantha Shannon. This is a sapphic high fantasy. I've only heard amazing things about this book. I know I will love this book when I read it, but it is just big. It's a big book. I'm always hesitant to pick up big books, especially because I am a completionist, so I feel like I need to finish them. And I don't know, I know I will like this, but it's just so big. And I also believe this is not a standalone, so if I really like it, it's gonna mean more big ass books in my future. So if you've read The Priory of the Orange Tree, please let me know, motivate me to pick it up. I would also love to hop on a buddy read or a read along. I'll have to scour and see if anyone's doing that, because I think I definitely need just the motivation to pick this one up. I bought this at a used bookstore a couple months ago just for a couple dollars, couldn't turn it down, but ever since it's been staring at me from my shelves begging me to pick it up. So that's my first one. The second book is The Goldfinch by Donna Tartt. I read The Secret History 2 years ago, loved it, one of my favorite books of the year. I picked this book up pretty much immediately after, meaning to read it right away because I just love Donna Tartt. But I don't know, I think because The Secret History was so good, I'm afraid I'm gonna like this one less, especially because the premise of this one is less intriguing to me than the premise of The Secret History. So this follows a young boy named Theo, who his mother passes away suddenly and his father abandons him, so he moves in with a foster family and he falls in love with a painting of a goldfinch, like you can see here, and it follows him through his youth into adulthood and his relationship with the painting moving forward. That's all I know, and I think if it wasn't written by Donna Tartt, I probably wouldn't have it on my TBR, which is why it's taking me so long to pick it up. So if you've read The Goldfinch and enjoyed it, please let me know in the comments as well to motivate me to finally pick this one up, because I've had this on my shelf for quite a while now and I just really need to read it. The next one is a little bit different. It's S.T. Gibson's A Dowry of Blood. So this is a sapphic horror novel it's a old historical retelling of the Dracula story. So it follows his different brides and sapphic relationships between them and plotting his downfall and murder. I never read horror. I don't watch horror movies. I don't listen to true crime podcasts. I'm just scared. I'm a scaredy cat. I think if I watched a horror movie, I would be up all night for weeks. It's just not my jam. So horror novels are not really something that I reach for. The closest thing that you could call horror that I've read in the past 5 years would probably just be Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. So this is not normally something that I would gravitate towards, but my storygraph genre challenge this year, one of the challenges is to read a sapphic horror. So I am going to try this one. I'm hoping because it's more of a retelling, historical, fantastical, it will lean more on the dark side than the gory, actually scary side, because that I'm interested in. So I will be picking this one up in the fall, but because it's so outside of my comfort zone, it does scare me a little bit. The next one is Cleopatra and Frankenstein by Coco Malors. This book follows a young Cleo who lives in England and she moves to New York, and at the end of her visa, when it runs out, she marries very quickly a man named Frank who's 20 years older than she is, and it follows their relationship and their dynamic and also the way their relationship affects the people that they know around them. that's all I know about this book. I know people compare it a lot to Conversations with Friends, which is my favorite Sally Rooney. I love that novel. I've seen really, really, really high ratings of this book from people I love. And I've also seen people I love have given it 1 star and said that it's trash. So I think it really is a love it or hate it. I'm really worried I'm gonna hate it. I also am just generally more intrigued by Blue Sisters, which is the other novel that this author has put out. But I have it. I want to read it. I was so close to unhauling this one and giving it to a friend, but I'm worried that if I give it away and don't read it, I don't know, I just kind of want to know because it's so hit or miss, and I don't want to get rid of it and then I might read it and love it. So I am going to give it a crack, I think, at some point, but I just don't know when. So we will see on this one. This one is also, I believe, kind of popular on Book Talk, which always makes me it wouldn't stop me from picking up a book, but it does make me kind of question or hesitate if I'm gonna like it. So we will see how I feel about Cleopatra and Frankenstein. The last book is very different from the rest in the sense that it's just Braiding Sweetgrass, which is by Robin Wall. I believe it's Kimmerer. And she is an indigenous botanist, and this book is about the relationships between us and the natural world and with plants, and how we can learn so much from plants about gratitude, about gift giving, about reciprocity. I know so many people that have loved this book. 5 stars. Everyone, family, friends, coworkers, people online, and I'm talking non-readers, like people that read a book a year that read this, loved it, raved about it. So I think because I've only heard such amazing things, I'm almost like afraid that I'm not gonna like it. I don't know what that is, but this was on my summer TBR last year. I didn't pick it up. It was on my spring TBR this year. I was determined to read it. I pushed it to summer. Now it's on my summer TBR. I don't know what it is. I think it's just because I've heard so many great things about it. I'm afraid that it's not gonna live up to the hype almost, or I may be saving it for the perfect time. But I'm dying to read this book. I see it referenced a lot as well, so I'm just intrigued to understand it and to know more about this. And she also published another book called The Serviceberry that I'm very interested in, but it's a follow-up to Braiding Sweetgrass. So I want to get this one not out of the way because I know I'm really going to enjoy it, but this is on my summer TBR and this is me forcing myself. I'm putting this on the internet. I will read this book this summer. So that's Braiding Sweetgrass. So that's my quick video of books that scare me. I would love to know, have you read any of these? If you have, comment, motivate me to pick them up, and please leave a comment or make your own video discussing books that scare you too. I think it could be a really interesting conversation. So thank you for watching, everyone, and I will see you in the next one.